Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing fantastic. And today I will be showing what I think is quite a staple item in an autumn and winter wardrobe. And it's an item that I'm actually finding that I have a gap in my own wardrobe, and that is a sweatshirt. And I have decided to use this time a free pattern. I'll be using the Bailey sweatshirt pattern by Tianas Closet. And Tianas Closet is a website that has loads of free sewing patterns, and I've already discussed with other people like, why are they free? Because they seem pretty good. I've sewn one other pattern from this website and it turned out quite good, so I hope this one is good as well. And you can find on the website the size chart. It goes from extra small to 5XL, so the size range seems quite good. You can check by yourself. I'll link it in the description so you can go check. And I have done some work in advance. I have already worked out the PDF pattern. And by the way, I have done quite a mistake. When I was printing my pattern, I forgot to go to that function that you have in Adobe, where you can just print the size that you actually want to print. And I've printed all sizes, and then it was quite a struggle to find in the lines, which one was the actual size that I wanted to print. So yeah, please avoid the same mistake and choose only the size that you want to print. And the second thing that I've done in advance was to cut my fabric. I'm using a red French terry fabric. I don't have anything in red, so I hope it looks good on me. And I didn't have in my stash any red rib knit fabric, so I'll be using the same pattern, for the cuffs and for the neckline. And I hope that turns out good. So I'll switch now to the table and let's start sewing. Now to start with some sewing, I have here the back and the front pieces, and I'll start by sewing them at the shoulders. So I've matched the right sides with the right sides, so right sides together, and I will now sew at the shoulders. Now into my sewing corner. Here is my overlocker. I really wanted to use red thread for this garment, but I only have black and white overlocker thread, so I grabbed a bobbin and 2 spools of red thread that I had in my stash, and I'll be using those, so I hope that's fine. According to the thread scheme in the machine, this one should only be visible on the inside. I'm worried that if I stretch the garment a bit, the black would be visible, so that's why I changed to red. So let's see how that works at the end. So I'm not the best when it comes to sewing with knit fabric. So what I do first is go to my sewing machine and I just baste all of the seams before I go to the overlocker. This, for me, avoids getting the seam allowances being quite stretched by the overlocker. It is now sewn at the shoulders. I have removed the basting stitches, and now I will move on to attaching the sleeves. So the sleeves have 1 notch for the front, here it is, and 2 for the back, and I need to gather between those notches. So I'm going to the sewing machine just to give it one pass with some basting thread. So I am done with the basting. Here is the back of my garment, that's the front, and I will now match the sleeve right here. This has a notch for the top, and then I have another notch here that I need to match with the notch of the back. And after matching, I'll pin everything up to this point, and then from this point to here I need to gather the sleeve, and I've actually used red basting thread, so I'm not sure how much you can see the basting right here. So, and this is the reason that I was really curious to do this pattern, the fact that it has this puff sleeve, so I'm really curious to see how this looks in the end. So one sleeve is in, and I have to say, I don't think the gathering is as pronounced as I thought it would be. It's actually quite subtle. So now I will attach the second one and I'll be right back. And here it is, the other sleeve is now attached. The red is really bright on camera, and as you can see, the gathering again is really subtle. It is there, but it's not really pronounced. And I will now sew the sides, and I'll come back then with just some finishing work. I really would like to finish it today. So now just need to attach the waistband, the cuffs and the neck, and I'll be done. And it is done. It was really quick, so I managed to do it in a few hours, and I would say that it is quite accurate in terms of sizing. I chose according to my bust measurement. It fits well. In terms of the instructions, you have a really quick list of instructions on the website. And the only thing that I would change, instead of doing the gathering between the notches, I would focus the gathering more at the top of the shoulder so you can actually get some of the puff effect. Besides that, yeah, it looks quite nice, and I do recommend. For my next version, I would crop it a little bit as well, because I would prefer it to finish more at the top of my hips and it finish a little bit low. I'm also quite short, so maybe that's why. So if you're looking for a new sweatshirt pattern to try, I would say that this is a good one. It is also free, so that is a bonus. So let me know down below if you're going to give it a try, and also if you have any feedback about this video, I'll be very thankful. It is the first time that I'm trying to record a kind of sew with me kind of video, so yeah, I'll be very thankful for the feedback. Also, hope to see you on my next one. Happy crafting!